So let's say you wanted to duplicate this teddy bear a whole bunch of times, and you want to fill the canvas with teddy bears to something like that. You just want to fill it up. Whatever object you have, you want to fill up the whole canvas, right? Okay, well, I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're going to start with your single item first. Go ahead and kind of place it basically wherever. And what you're going to do is you're just going to duplicate this layer a few times, okay? So what I'm going to do is, since I want my background to look like this, I'm going to duplicate or create a row of teddy bears and duplicate that a few times, okay? So I'll show you how it's done. So you got one object. What you're going to do is open up your layers menu, slide this layer over, hit duplicate, press the arrow button at the top, and then move your object over to where you want it, okay? I want my object there, so I'm going to leave it there. Next thing you can do is, and this is the quick way that I like to do, you can merge these two layers together. You can even just grab the two layers with your fingers and push them together, or you can click on the layer that you want to move down or merge down, and now you have two teddy bears, okay? Which is great because I'm going to move these teddy bears over, and then I'm going to duplicate this layer. Just slide it over, hit duplicate, hit that arrow button, and now I'm going to move my teddy bears where I want them. So I am almost there. What I can do now, it looks like I'm only going to need like two more teddy bears to fill this space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate those two teddy bears again. And I'm just going to kind of, oops, didn't want to do all that. Just going to kind of move it over. And I'm going to actually move all of them over so I can get the right spacing that I like. Okay. So I'm just moving everything over as quickly as I can, lining it up how I want. If I want it off center, I'll move it off center. If I want them straight, I'll leave them straight. Now I got a whole layer of the duplicated teddy bears, a whole line of it in just one. These are all different layers, by the way. I'm going to merge all these together, just pinch my fingers together. Now, when you hit the arrow button, you have a whole row. That's what it's called, not line, row of teddy bears. So, or objects, whatever it is you tried to do, duplicate. So I'm just going to move this up. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate that layer. After I duplicate it, I'm going to move it to where I want. I think I want the teddy bears kind of off center a little bit. That's fine with me. Then I'm going to go back to the original layer. The reason why is I moved that second layer a little bit. So I want to use the very first one that I started with because that's like my base. I'm going to duplicate that layer, click the arrow button and move it down. And let's see, I'm going to move it over right about here. But again, I want these teddy bears to be in front. So I'm going to have to move it to the front there, okay? All I did was grab hold of that layer and just move it up to the top. That means it's in front, okay? Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this very last layer. I think all the teddy bears were okay to use. I'm going to move it to where I want it. I kind of got a little off center, but that's okay. And now I have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of teddy bears. Now for those 4 rows of teddy bears, I'm going to merge them all together. And you will notice that they are all one object now. Voila. That's how you duplicate an object multiple times. There's many ways to do it. I mean, everybody finds their own style, but that's just how I do it.